Listen to this. At least 99 people have been killed in bombings. In today's most deadly attack, a bomber blew himself up among a crowd of people who were helping victims of two earlier car bomb attacks outside of a textile factory in Fallujah. 5 bombs targeted the homes of police officers. A market southeast of Baghdad was also hit by a suicide bomber and a car bomb. And in Baghdad, a police patrol was attacked by a remote control roadside bomb, and gunmen attacked police at 6 checkpoints. And the U.S. government is pulling out all the stops to show its respect, if you will, for Afghan President Hamid Karzai. Karzai arrived in Washington today for a 4-day trip designed to end ongoing public U.S. tensions with the Afghan government. NBC News chief foreign correspondent Richard Engel joins us live. And Richard, some might be struck by the fact that the U.S. government is pulling out all the stops to show respect for Karzai, when Karzai has also, for his part, said some what some interpret as offensive things and upsetting things.
Sure, there's been a lot of distance between the Obama administration and President Karzai over the last several months. The last visit, the surprise visit by President Obama to Afghanistan, and statements by not only President Obama but his top advisors vis-a-vis President Karzai weren't well received in Afghanistan. So President Karzai responded with some outrageous statements saying that he's willing to join the Taliban. He feels that he's being bullied. He very publicly invited President Ahmadinejad of Iran to Kabul to show America, hey, you're not the only game in town. I can find alternatives to you. A lot of it was emotional, and right now there's an effort underway to try and get all the sides together to sync the message, to sync the policy, to quote the major players who just gave a press conference in Washington a few minutes ago.
Richard, what is the likelihood that they will be able to smooth, if you will, things over?
Very likely. It's in both of their interests to smooth it over, and I think by having them here in an organized kind of way. And what we saw already today was Ambassador Eikenberry and General McChrystal give a joint press conference. And there's been so many media reports out there that the two of them don't agree on strategy in Afghanistan and don't agree about President Karzai. So you had them come out, both give a press conference welcoming him in a way, giving a symbol that the political side through the ambassador and the military side are walking in lockstep ahead of the part of the official visit, which begins tomorrow with President Karzai.
And he meets with Secretary Clinton at the State Department Wednesday. Karzai meets with President Obama and Vice President Joe Biden in a Rose Garden conference. So we'll hear more.
Very dangerous development in Iraq today.
Yes.
Watch this. The country is tremendously unstable.
Was this a coordinated effort? I mean,
yes,
we're hearing it's all coordinated.
About 2 weeks ago, the U.S. and Iraqi forces killed the top command of al-Qaeda in Iraq. Now there's clearly a new commander who's trying to prove that he's just as tough as the old one by earning his bona fides by launching a series of attacks. It's also a very delicate time because there's no government still. 2 months after the elections, the Iraqis haven't been able to get it together.
And the U.S. troops still there really are confined to their bases.
The U.S. troops are waiting to leave.
All right. We will continue to follow that and probably have you on again, certainly, to talk about this latest uptick in violence there in Iraq. Thank you very much.